I hear you like coffee.
I love coffee.
The-
I mean, it's my fuel. You know, I hit the ground, and all our opponents in World Team Tennis, get really scared because I'm heading straight to Starbucks and I'm going to bring the energy. I already have a lot of energy. You add a little fuel, a little caffeine to the mix, Coach Murphy's on another level.
That's good. Where's your favorite place to get coffee at home?
Oh man, I'm from Seattle now, so you got to go with Starbucks #1. And people say, how can you do that? Actually, my favorite place for coffee is at home. I'm a little bit of a connoisseur. I got all the machines. I've even gone to the next level where I measure the beans, I grind the beans, I measure the beans, and I do this thing called a pour over. And it's this carafe. It looks like a science project. You put the filter in there, you put the beans in there, you can't have too much, and then you take the hot water that I have to boil the water to a certain temperature of boiling, and then I gotta let the beans, you don't just pour a bunch of water in it, you gotta let the beans or the grinded coffee blossom and bloom, and then you do the pour over, and not too much, and it goes drip, 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 and that's just one drip closer to 4 aces in every game.
I see that I've met my match.
Oh, yeah. You asked me about coffee, I'll take it to the next level. You asked me about food, we'll talk about pork chops. I've got the cast iron skillet. I take a pork chop. You just can't cook a pork chop on a pan. I got to preheat the oven. I got to take the pork chop. Coach Murphy isn't as thin as he used to be, so I got to watch the red meat. But I like the pork chops.
You're thin.
I even have a dog I call a pork chop, but we don't put her on the cast iron pan. We take the real pork chop from the deli and we put it in the preheated oven. We bring it out and it's just perfectly cooked. And funny thing is, I think my dogs like my food that I cook better than their dog food. Shocker!
We're kindred spirits. I'm from Brooklyn.
I love it. I got a dog named Brooklyn.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, it would have been too perfect. Man, I've been a fan of yours for a long time on the team, and before that, your 1993 French Open Championship, I remember it.
Yeah,
and you and your brother were the coolest team in the world, as far as I was concerned. And now here you are in World Team Tennis, coaching the Washington Kastles for 9 years, is it?
Yeah, 9 years with the Kastles. This is the 9th season, and every year it's been a special, significant, meaningful, purposeful place in my tennis life. I look at all the different phases from my junior tennis career to my college tennis career, then my pro career with the rock and roll Jensen brothers, not in Tennis Magazine, but Rolling Stone Magazine and People Magazine.
Yep.
And when pop culture embraced us as tennis rock and roll and tennis royalty because we dared to be different and we were willing to do the things for fans and for the community in and around all the major tournaments to serve the game of tennis, not to serve ourselves. And to be honest with you, the joy and passion for the game that we showed as players came from two knuckleheads, the Jensen brothers, from a Christmas tree farm in northern Michigan that really always looked at the game as a privilege. It was really an amazing opportunity to expand our lives. We got to travel around the world and back. We got to meet the most interesting people in the world. If you'd have told my guidance counselor that I'd be in the Oval Office with 3 or 4 different presidents, they would have told me you have a better chance of being arrested or incarcerated. But the game of tennis shaped me to be a good human being because playing the game taught me how to solve problems. It's not always going to go my way. I'm not going to win every day. It taught me how to lose with character and dignity, and to be a good human being is what I strive for every day.
Yeah, it's just so eloquently put, and as we're talking here right now, I see the banners around Castle Stadium that say refuse to lose. And you know a lot about winning and a lot about losing. And at this point in the season, we're nearing the home stretch. The Kastles are down a game, but I've been playing great tennis. I've watched every match from the bench here with you. And still got 5 matches ahead. How are you feeling? How are you coaching the team through this sort of transition period in the season?
You started that question with the refuse to lose comment, and all I think about is what brought me here is that the fact that my only request to Mark On was that I would have an experience I'd never forget. And if I would have gone out 9 years ago and said, I'd like to win a championship, I'd have sold myself short. We wouldn't have won 6. We wouldn't have won 5 in a row. We wouldn't have the longest winning streak in professional sports history. We wouldn't have had 2 undefeated seasons. I don't define success by those wins. I don't define success by those streaks. I define success by the effort that our team puts out. We might lose the match, but we're never going to lose the fight. And who are we fighting for? We're fighting for each other. We're fighting for our fans. We're fighting for the front office. We're fighting for all the interns. We're fighting for the security here. We're fighting for DC. We're fighting just to put out something special that, everybody that visits Kastles Stadium as a fan has made an investment in us. And it's my job as the coach to get the players to buy into the culture that we're going to return that investment and give them our best effort. And I don't think we need to win 20 World Team Tennis Championships to be successful or champions. World champions are based on how we prepared, how we played. Did we play with character and dignity and respect? Did we play fair? Those are the things that I define winning and losing. The years we've lost were just as meaningful, and I got more out of some of those losing years than I have in the winning years because I've learned so much from it, and it humbled me to realize that this game and this life is so much bigger than me, that I'm just a passenger taking a ride, and it's been a really, really an amazing adventure for me.
Yeah, just hearing you speak about it and watching, the course of this season, I'm, I think it just seems as though it's a league and it's an organization for real tennis players, for players that, have got to make a living, who want to put on a show, who are great players, who are aspirational, who are doing things and staying competitive, even the ones that are older, through tremendous training and improvement. Is that really at the core and the essence of World Team Tennis to you?
At the core of this whole deal is that every single day, we try to make it, we play like it's the last match of our life. I try to share that message that we are going to absolutely, personally for me, and if I'm not giving it everything I've got, why would the players give it everything they've got? If our front office and our team manager and everybody else isn't giving it everything they've got, why would the players? You're the best, Johnny! Why would they give it everything they got? But I think that I don't look at tennis and World Team Tennis. I look at this as an opportunity to serve, to serve my teammates, to serve the community, to serve you, to serve myself. It's not bad to want to have an experience that is truly a bucket list. Because I don't know if the sun's going to come up tomorrow. Came up today, probably come up tomorrow, and I don't have to worry about that. I really am one of these guys that stays in the right here and the right now, and I want to make the most of every opportunity that I've got. And my opportunity today was to do a charity tennis classic. And my opportunity with the team is to give them my absolute best effort, and to be honest with them, to be trustworthy with those guys, and to be consistent with them, to show up on time and to lead by example. And I was born to serve, and I really believe that. And my job is to serve anybody and everybody. And it might be the people cleaning up the stadium after a match. I'm there for everybody.